Hey you guys, it's Britt. Today we are here to have a little rant. I have some things that I need to get off my chest, and I do want to talk to you guys about it as well, since this is my community. I could not go any further until I get this just out in the open. So I'm going to be talking about the absolute catastrophes that have been unfolding in the US as of lately. And I understand that it's upsetting and it's very triggering for some people. But if you're in a place where you would like to hear my thoughts or have a conversation, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so here's the deal. The videos that I make on a normal basis are usually opinions that don't really matter. I share my thoughts on a lot of different stuff on my channel. And there for a while, initially, I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this kind of stuff on my channel, just because I know that it's very difficult conversation for some people to have. It's very difficult for people to listen to, because I know a lot of you guys, like me, we come to YouTube to unplug from the news headlines and all of the terrible, ugly shit that's happening outside of our front doorsteps. But once in a while, I do want to use my platform to talk about stuff that is really difficult and sad. And today is one of those days. I had some other videos that I wanted to make, but I've been in this really sad mood the last 24 hours. And I think of the parents who dropped off their children at an elementary school in Texas yesterday, and the parents were not able to pick up their children at the end of the day. Because during the time when the kids were at school and supposed to be safe and in a learning environment, they were gunned down and they were killed. And those parents received phone calls that no parent or guardian should ever have to receive. It just kind of feels like, for me, a couple weeks ago, there was the mass shooting in Buffalo. And when I saw that all over the news, it sort of felt like you keep seeing these headlines and it's like, it can't get worse than this. We've had all of these mass shootings in the US, and every time a new one happens, you think to yourself, it cannot get worse than this. It just can't. Like, how much worse can we get? And a couple weeks later, after innocent people were shopping for groceries in a grocery store where they should have felt safe to run their errands and not have to worry about being gunned down while they're buying produce at a grocery store, it in fact did get worse. And the kids that were killed in Texas, I know that mental health is often, a issue for people that carry out these heinous acts. But even with that being an issue, I think of someone being able to look into the eyes of a child and shoot them. I just don't understand how anyone could do that. And It's not meant for me to understand. But what I will say is this is not a, it should not be a political conversation. This should be a conversation about human lives, and human lives that are being taken for no reason at all. And whether we're talking about the shooting in Buffalo, or the one in Texas, or this one in Southern California that happened, as a society, no matter what political party you associate with, this needs to be a conversation of human rights and humans being killed by other humans all the fucking time. There is no reason why someone should have to worry about, I'm going to drop my children off at school today. I hope that they come home and they're not gunned down by some fucking lunatic who comes in with an assault rifle and murders everyone in their entire class. That should not be something that a parent has to think about while they go to work to make money in order to feed their children and keep a roof over their kid's head. I thought about it, and I don't think that, unless you've gone through it, none of us can even begin to fathom the pain that these people are experiencing with child loss. Just losing someone in your family as is. The shooting in Buffalo, those were people's parents or grandparents or aunts or uncles or neighbors or cousins or brothers and sisters. Losing someone so quickly is something that can be avoided when they're being taken out by guns. This is not something that life prepares you for. As a human being, you're not prepared to lose someone within split seconds. As a human, you're not built to expect that you send your, parent to the grocery store and they get gunned down. Like, that's not a normal occurrence. That's not something that anyone should ever have to prepare for. And instead of seeing thoughts and prayers on social media and hearing thoughts and prayers coming out of DC, I'm fucking over the thoughts and prayers. I'll be honest with you guys. You guys, most of you know where I stand on that. Thoughts and prayers don't do anything. Actions make changes, and anyone that says that they are pro-life and is not acting on this issue that we're dealing with right in our backyard is a fucking hypocrite. This is not about the kids. This is not about saving kids, because if you turn a blind eye to this issue and you do not want to participate in solving the issue, I don't want to hear a fucking thing about pro-life. People always say, oh, well, if the US is so bad, then leave. Leave. Go move to a different country. We should be able to live life here in the US and not have to worry about being gunned down while buying groceries, or having our children gunned down when they're being sent to school every day. We shouldn't have to leave the US in order to find safety. Changes need to be made here so that all of us can live, and bare minimum, like, can we bare minimum agree that people should not have to worry about sending their children to school and actually worry if their child is going to be alive when they get out of school that day? Bare minimum. The whole situation just makes me sick, honestly. And I even though I know that you guys use the internet and social media and YouTube as a way to escape all of the really bad shit that's happening, I needed to put this out there because it's just been weighing on my chest. And I don't have children, as most of you guys know, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't deeply affect me to think of kids that were supposed to be safe at school and were senselessly murdered instead. You don't have to have kids to empathize with what a lot of these parents are going through. And you don't have to have family to think about what other victims of mass shootings go through, especially when it's racially motivated, like the shooting in Buffalo was. It feels like as a society, we're going back in time where racism and homophobia and just all of the bad shit is just more alive now than ever before, and it scares me to death. And it makes me so sad because if we could all just agree to value human life, I think that that would be one step in the right direction, instead of saying that we value human life while we are trying to take away women's rights. We're trying to take away, a woman's right to choose. We're trying to give guns to just anyone who wants one. Oh, you're 18? Here's a gun. Here you go. No problem. Changes need to take place, and I'm going to do my part as a citizen of this country to, make sure that I'm utilizing my rights in order to hopefully enact some change. But I really worry, and I'm sorry for such a sad video, but this is sad. There is nothing positive about this, and it just keeps happening. This is not breaking news. This is starting to be part of just the normal news. It's not unexpected or shocking anymore. And that's the really scary part. Hearing about someone being racist or someone shooting up a school is part of everyday life, and it's fucking terrifying. So either way, like I said, I know that you guys kind of, use my videos for entertainment. I use YouTube for entertainment, but I really needed to talk about this because it's just been really bothering me, and I have no motivation to make any other videos about any silly tea or any useless opinions right now. So I'm going to take the evening off, and I hope that you guys are okay. I know that, this affects all of us in a little bit of a different way, but it's painful for all of us. It's just different degrees of pain. But either way, that's going to be it for now. So I don't even want to tell you to like this video because it's so sad. So I will see you guys very soon. Good night.